It's been a good week, very productive week. Had an opportunity to heal up a little bit and also improve as a football team. We'll be excited and ready for another great challenge. Going on the road to play Mississippi State, another very good, tough, physical team. Going on the road on a Thursday will be another tough challenge, but like I said, we'll be excited and ready to go.
Mark, what's the latest on Jalen?
Jalen is improved. Practiced yesterday. He'll practice today. So we'll see how that goes.
Mark, you've had some tough games here in the first half of the season. You played all these top-ranked teams and in-state teams. Do you feel your schedule gets any easier now with all that behind you?
I don't know. I really don't look at it any easier. Really, you know, we talk about it 1 week at a time. And going this week, playing Mississippi State on the road is just a different challenge. You know, very good team, well-coached team. Again, I think they're very physical. Team that's won plenty of football games past 2, 3, 4 years. And to play on a Thursday night, I think they're going to be very motivated, as we are, to get our first SEC win.
Did you enjoy the weekend? Did you get to watch your brothers coach at all?
Yeah, Saturday was a Monday for us. We were ahead quite a bit. We went to work last week on Mississippi State for the most part, so we were ahead, and so I got a chance to watch a little bit of football on Saturday. Yeah.
More talk about the advantage in your schedule. You've had what, 12 days before this coming up. You'll have about 9 games following that to do some things. The advantages with that. Yeah,
I do like that. I think coming off the stretch that we talked about before, and being a little bit banged up and a little bit physically drained, I think having a chance to recoup physically and mentally, I think should help us going into this game. I think our preparation's been very good. I feel like the team's in a good place right now. I feel like we're getting our legs back up underneath us. Like I said, we're getting a little bit healthier, and we've had some good work. So that should be good. And then having 9 days for the next opponent, again, just a few extra days to help, you know, just get refreshed a little bit for a tough stretch to finish. Should set up pretty good. I think, you know, it's obviously everybody knows that the challenge of going on the road on a Thursday night, I think, is a very unique challenge.
Did Jalen practice in a limited way, or did he play on Thursday night?
He was out there practicing. Max was getting most of the starting reps, but he was out there working, and we'll see how it goes, you know, in the next couple of days.
Did you sort out who the backup would be if Jalen wasn't able to?
We're working on a few guys, but it looks like Jalen or Max will be able to go.
Mark, when you see a slate of games like the SEC had Saturday, does that give you encouragement when teams are pulling off those upsets?
Well, I think, you know, you just watch it, and yeah, I think it does. I mean, you look at it and say, you know, anything can happen in this league. I think it's such a tough physical league, and you know, if you don't come ready to play, anything can happen. I think with, you know, the injuries that happen throughout this league because of the physicality, I think, you know, that changes things week to week as well.
What do you know about Dan Mullen and the fact that UK hadn't beat him?
I think he's a hard-nosed, good football coach. You know, I don't know him personally, but you look at his teams. You know, they're a very good, well-coached, tough team. I go back even to my first year at Florida State. I think Dan had just left, but you see the type of offense, you know, in my first year there at Florida State, and just, you know, playing Florida. And then here doing the same thing. You see a physical team, a team that's, you know, can create the quarterback run game, put you in a bind with the quarterback run game, and still be physical, throw the ball off of that, the play actions off of that. So it'll be a real challenge. I think he's a very good football coach, obviously. I think his record has been outstanding.
Coach, you do anything different in your travel when it's Thursday rather than Saturday?
No, not much different. It's just it's just very different for the team. You know, leaving on a Wednesday is a little bit odd. Playing a night Thursday game when the players are you know, getting up in the morning and we have walkthroughs and meetings and things. I don't like a lot of dead time. There'll be some subtle changes in there because, you know, Saturday morning they're up usually watching football if they're playing a Saturday night game, or, you know, in between meetings, and now they'll be sitting there watching soap operas, I guess. So so, you know, I think we'll try to get them up and, you know, have a few more meetings and not as much dead time. I think we have a pretty good bus drive from where we're staying to the hotel as well. So, that'll take another hour and 15 minutes out of the day. So, hopefully that'll help a little bit.
Will Jalen and Maxim games be used like the way they were used in the Bama game? Whoever got the most reps, is it going to be a one-type thing or what?
Max is taking the starting reps right now. And we'll see how it plays out here today and tomorrow.
Mark, you were talking about Mississippi State being physical. You talked about how Alabama was so physical. Is that just part of the growing pains when you're trying to play so many young guys and their guys have been in the weight room 3-4 years?
I think it is. I think it's a sign of where we need to be in this league. And I said that all along. I think to be a good, consistent winner, you have to be physical. And yeah, I think it comes from time in that weight room and having some older guys, and we need to continue to work on that, and we need our older guys to step up and improve as well.
Coach, Mississippi State really big on starting fast. Finally got a fast start against Alabama. What do you have to do to replicate that?
Well, they do start fast, and again, the last time we talked about that on the road at South Carolina, we didn't get off to such a fast start, and they were, and I think Mississippi State will be a lot the same way. They're going to try to get their home crowd very enthused. I understand that their crowd gets into it quite a bit, and they're going to want to play well and get off to a fast start. I think it's no secret. Anytime you're playing a team that struggled a little bit like we have, that's what they're going to sit there and say. They want to get off to a fast start and put a dagger in us early, and we have to go out and offset that and play and execute very well to start the game. And again, no matter what happens, we have to stay the course and stay poised and be ready for a battle.
How do you prep a team for the cowbells and just kind of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I don't know. The cowbells is going to be new to me, so the atmosphere, the crowd noise, and all that will continue to work.
This will be your 5th straight game on national TV. Do you feel like the country is getting a good, exposure of what Kentucky football is all about and what you guys are trying to build here?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we're getting. It is nice to get the national exposure. It's certainly nice to play a Thursday night game because I think a lot of people watch that game. So hopefully we'll go out and represent us the right way and play tough and play the way we're capable of. I anticipate that we will.
You hear a lot of players say they welcome playing on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That they enjoy playing on the road. Is that player speak, or do they really mean that?
Well, I think certainly I think it's a different challenge in that you're on the road, you're isolated. There's not as much family around, not as much commotion around the hotels. You're very tight and very close, and you have to have a very tough mindset to go out and win against a quality opponent on the road. So. I hope our players feel that way, and we've talked about it all this whole week, to have a tough mindset and to prepare to win and to play poised.
Mark, last time you went on the road, as you mentioned, South Carolina, slow start, good finish. How do you feel about taking a show team on the road now with more confidence?
Well, I think we have a little bit more experience. I do feel better about it now, and hopefully we'll respond a little bit better than we did in the opening quarter of the last game we went on the road.
Mark, you said in the preseason your goal for this year was improvement, drastic improvement. 6 games in, record aside, is the arc where you want it to be?
I do think we're improving. I'm not going to sit here and judge that yet. We'll wait until after the season and all that. But we also talk about controlling the things we can control. And I thought we had a good week. I think we're in a good place mentally. I think physically we're getting better. I think we're doing the best we can. We all know we can do things better, and we're looking to start this Thursday.
Mark, on the physical play again, until you get as deep and as strong as you want to be, how do you compensate in the meantime?
Just keep on developing players and getting our players to play better. I think you're constantly looking at schemes and things that we can handle, things that we can execute to put us in a position to win.
What are the challenges against a guy like Prescott?
I think he's just he's physical, he's versatile, and that goes with their offense as well. So.
Coach, along that same line of questioning, getting Bud back, how important is that, even if it's on a limited basis, to the packages and schemes you're going to try try to run against?
Well, I think it's important to get Bud back. I think he's obviously one of our best players at any position, and it'll be good to have him out there, have his leadership and have his experience out there, and it does give us some versatility with what we're doing with our package.
Coach, the recruiting is such a big topic with this program right now. It continues to be in the middle of the season. Much of the talk and question is how much of this early impact will continue throughout this season. Will you be able to keep the guys that you have committed to? How does the pitch or message change at this point?
We're worried about continuing to develop the relationships we have with the players that are committed and getting our team better. I mean, there's no pitch. There's just relationship building. We're getting out there. We're seeing a bunch of guys. You know, we were able to get out and recruit last Friday a little bit, which was good. And, you know, we're just keep on improving the program day to day. That's a daily chore, you know, or daily task for us to recruit.
Are the next 2 weeks more opportunities with the time in between?
Yeah, it will.
Coach, there's some big ruckus going on down at Reparino last Friday. Do your players take notice to that, what the fan base can do?
I don't know. I had some work to do, but I would have enjoyed being there myself, you know. So I'd like to see Matthew Mitchell do his dance and all that. So, no, I think that's fantastic, that energy and that passion that this fan base has. I was able to just see clips of it on the news and all that, but I don't know, to be honest with you, if our players went down and you know, took part in that at all. I know we had practice on Saturday morning, and we had a good practice, and guys were ready to go. We had a practice yesterday on Sunday. I thought it was very enthusiastic, good practice. So I've been encouraged with the way our players have handled the weekend.
If you thought it would help you get a recruit, would you dance?
It's a good question. I probably would. Yeah, matter of fact, I know I would. I probably have. Yeah. I'm just not as talented as Matthew, so I can't do it for everybody to see.
Is it common to feed off the success of another sport at your school? I mean, in your mind, does that exist? Can that happen?
Oh, I think it does. I think it certainly does. I think when our recruits come on campus and our players are on campus and they see the success of all of these programs in the way they go about their business, I definitely think it helps. And I think, you know, we feel an obligation to live up to those standards. And we're working to get there, and we embrace that. You know, we want to be at the level of some of these programs, and we're working hard to get there.
Do you have a go-to dance or a go-to?
No, I really don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like your guys, do you get any sense that they feel a desire to prove themselves anew in Thursday coming off the Alabama?
I really don't feel that they have to prove themselves. I just feel like our guys are working so hard to get ourselves in a position to win one of these games. You know, and this is our next opportunity. We're doing everything we can to put us in a position to win this game. And I feel like our players are in a good place, and they're going to be energized and excited to play.
They not only have to learn how to play in games, but they have to learn how to play in practice.
Yeah.
I feel like that's getting where you want it to be, how they practice.
I do. I just, you know, we're not as deep as we need to be, and we're not as physical as we need to be. And that's a work in progress. So that's something that we're constantly working with day to day to see how much we can do and how much we can handle.
And to explain that is to have enough people to practice against.
That's correct, yeah.
Is it hard for you guys, the coaching staff, for some of these younger players that came from highly successful programs, they didn't know what losing was, to battle through a 1-5 start?
Yeah, it is hard. It's difficult because the players put a lot into it. You know how hard if they're a freshman, you know, they've been here since June working extremely hard. They've come from successful programs, and they're working as hard as anybody in the country. We're just not doing it as well as we need to be, and that's the bottom line. And that's where we just got to stay in the moment, you know, and control the things we can control. And I like that. You know, I like the fact that our team has been good that way. I don't think there's been times it's been difficult. We've talked about those. But I think having a chance to freshen up a little bit mentally, physically, heal up a little bit, and get better as a football team, I think we took advantage of these, the 12 days in between games here, and hopefully you'll see that on the field.
Mark, some of your players have told us they kind of look at this as a second season. Are the coaches looking at that way, or just another?
Well, I told him that after the Alabama game because, you know, it was halfway right there and we had a little break and we talked about that. I don't mean to keep on going back, but it was a tough run. That was a tough game and we said, let's, you know, we're going to watch it, we're going to correct our mistakes and we're going to hold everybody accountable. But after that, let's put that down and let's get ready for the next half of the season and in particular, let's get ready for our next game, which is Mississippi State.